we've listed concerns. I have a bigger concern that I haven't talked about. What is your biggest concern heading into this game for the 49ers?
What's the secondary going to look like?
Okay.
And that was it. I laid it out. That's a doomsday
Yeah.
scenario that Jimmy Ward is not there. And I don't care what anybody says. It's a huge deal. The flexibility, being able to move around, the leadership in a big game too. This is just not the time to have all that right now. Like, this was the worst possible time because Jimmy Ward matches up so well with what the Rams do. The secondary, man, this is where, look, you get away with it with Jared Goff. He's not good. I don't care how bad Matthew Stafford's been playing. He can pick on that. And McVay lately has been getting Odell Beckham involved. It's not necessarily that Odell Beckham is the guy that you saw with the Giants. He's absolutely diminished. That's very fair. But McVay's getting him open in creative ways and getting him the ball, and he's still very valuable, right? So you have Cooper Kupp, who's going to be running around now. Who's going to cover him?
Yeah.
Now, they're in the red zone. They're going to Odell Beckham now. Van Jefferson is over the top now. This is where the doomsday scenario comes in. And if your offense isn't perfect and you're not executing 8, 9, 10-minute drives and they're putting up points immediately and whoever's the quarterback has to get into a shootout or come back, this is not the way to do it. And another concern I have, here's a bigger concern. You roll Jimmy out there. Jimmy comes out and you start airmailing throws. He's fumbling the football. You get down 17-0.
Now what?
Kyle says, hey, Trey, get in there. Save us.
Save our season.
No.
That's a big concern. That's not fair to ask him to do that. In fact,
that is not fair.
It's not fair. Okay. I have a bigger concern. To me, this is the biggest concern, but it's always my biggest concern with the 49ers, period. Kyle has a big decision to make this week, and it's not going to make itself in the sense that I think Jimmy's going to do just enough in practice to put himself in position to play. Trey Lance did more than enough against the Texans to put himself in position to play. Kyle has to make a decision, and I don't trust him making decisions. For whatever reason, he just doesn't seem to be good at it. And when faced with a big one, more often than not, he makes the wrong decision. I think we both feel the right decision is to play Lance. I think, and we both gave reasons why we think he might make that decision, but ultimately, Kyle being Kyle, I think he'll make the wrong decision. I think he'll start injured Jimmy Garoppolo, who's rusty, and I think it's going to burn him. Now, it's possible that neither quarterback would win this game, as we pointed out. Like, this is a very tough game, and it's possible that Lance wouldn't do better, but I think he's the right choice. I think Kyle – I don't want to say that Kyle's going to make the wrong choice. My concern is that he's a bad decision maker, and that a big factor in this game is this decision. It's a huge decision. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's going to be the thing we talk about all off season. This is, again, perfect way to end this chaotic season, this chaotic year for the 49ers. And this is
because he's like trying to avoid making the decision all year.
Yeah,
right?
And now it's of your doing. Right, and now it's of your doing now. Right, and you're going to get second guess, third guess if this doesn't play out the way that you think. Like, there is – and then the other thing, too, is I get scared that if Trey plays and he plays well and they lose, oh, well, see? No.
Jimmy would have won.
Yeah, no. You don't get that. You don't get that either. So evaluate the kid, again, accordingly in his third start. I'm going to make sure that we put that out there one more time. Make sure that it's his third start, right? But if he goes out there and lights it up, don't just say, well, we own the Rams. No. Everybody got to be fair here, too. So, yeah, man, we're just going to have a bunch to talk about.
District 13 says Goodell will make sure Lance gets in the playoffs because he loves Lance when he was crying on his way to the podium during the draft. Oh, man, intrigue. I didn't know about that. Goodell's like, that kid was so nice. We had a moment. We got to make sure. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what billionaires do in their free time. George Larmy says, I don't know what that guy just said about Jimmy Garoppolo throwing through the middle, getting picked off by Ramsey. We need a quarterback that can move. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
He's not going to test Ramsey unless he's just airmailing it over his head to Ramsey. That. Oh, no. Well, he said that about Lance.
Yeah. To me, Lance actually he threw that interception, but to me, that was like, Kyle's like, you have to throw it. You're supposed to throw to Kittle on this play, and he just did it. To me, there were a lot of times where actually he had open guys and he wouldn't. He's a little conservative by nature.
I think he's rigid in, well, this is the read and that's it.
Yeah.
This is what. So here's the thing is he'll look at where the defense is and he'll tell the quarterback, hey, man, if they give you this look, up the seam. This is it. But then when you don't see that, right, that's where Jimmy's just like, well, Kyle said. Yeah. What happened, bro? Like you said, so he's like,
well, you still have to like be an athlete and look at the field. I'm trying to give you a hint here, but I'm not telling you what to do. Yeah.
But Kyle will say, like, in 2019, when he said that, like, yo, up the seam, this is what you're going to get. It was right. Now, when it's not right, it's like, Jimmy's coming back like, dude, you told me, man.
Yeah. And I think there was a little bit of that going on with the pick from Lance. Jody Moore says, hey, guys, maybe you discussed already, but what message is the franchise sending to Lance with their decision to start Jimmy Garoppolo? The same message they've been sending him all year, which is a strange message. Did I lose you?
Yeah.
Not same message that they're not wavering, that no matter what he does in practice or games, he's not ready. Keneal says Trey is everything most of us thought he was. Physically and mentally feels good to be so right. I agree. He will build on that second half. He grows by the snap. If he starts, he will beat LA. He is the one. Oh, I love that confidence. The one. Yeah. He's Neo.
Yeah. That new Matrix movie was terrible.
Thank you, Keneal. We're trying to help Kyle here, but he's determined to listen to his dad or something. I don't know. Jody says, I have been highly critical of Kittle and how it looks like he has been hating on Trey. Did you guys hear him mic'd up and how he was loving on Trey during the game? Have we been wrong about Kittle? Maybe Trey just proved himself, and Kittle's like, all right. Now
I don't think that. I never really thought that Kittle wasn't going to support Trey or anything like that. Yeah. But also, he knew he was mic'd up.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's the right answer. That's why Jason is Jason. That's the right answer. He knew he was mic'd up. End of story. And Tony, it's probably his agent said, dude, you're mic'd up. Go to Trey. Say something nice. Just saying. Antonio says with the DB problem, Ryan's has two. Man, this is. Let me try again.
Ryan has to blitz a linebacker every fresh set of downs at least once. Make Matthew Stafford uncomfortable and run the ball well is key.
See, 49ers coast to coast. That's the official way to type comments on this show. I'm just saying he's just sticking with the theme. I like it.
I love it.
Yeah, blitzing a lot.
Well, if Aziz doesn't play, because that's another thing that people aren't talking about is, but Greenlaw might be there. That helps a little bit as well too. It's just I'm more concerned with the secondary. I think they got to find a way to get pressure consistently so they don't have that secondary depending on who plays in bad positions. And again, everything that goes where we talk about on defense has a lot to do. The best defense in this game is going to be the offense. You have to keep them off the field and keep pounding them to the point where they fold. They just completely fold because the Rams will fold if you keep hitting them in the mouth. They don't want to play that style of game. They're not built like that.
That's true. Tristan Fernandez says, anyone miss Witherspoon, DJ Reed, and Sharman?
Akel's balling.
DJ Reed would be nice. I don't know. What's up with him? Is he doing anything?
Since Data Hub over the last 6 weeks has him as the best coverage cornerback in the league.
DJ Reed? Wow.
Akel Witherspoon.
No way. No way. Hey,
look
good
it
for
up.
him.
Look it up.
He's
doing his thing again where he's like,
wow. Well,
look it up on his Data Hub.
He was always more talented than his lack of confidence would allow him to show, and he's playing behind a great front seven, so good for him.
Don't read this. Don't read it.
Ooh, yeah.
Move on.
Sorry. Let me unclick that. But sorry, I didn't read it. Eric says, I know you aren't a Niner fan, but I'm curious, you ever cheer when a player does something cool in games, or are you silent? Media room, any sounds at all or silence?
Can't root in the press box.
You can't root in the press box. No, I'm quiet. No, I don't. Sorry.
He is a Niners fan though, Eric, but he can't root in the press box. He'll just turn like this.
My card. Ward equals didn't Lance play safety in high school? Yeah, maybe Lance gonna have to go 2 ways in this one.
Man, that would be amazing. That would be how you get your third pick to
Trey. You're starting at free
safety.
Yeah. I'm 100% confident in Trey Lance that he can beat the Rams. The Rams were struggling against a backup quarterback in Baltimore. I feel that Trey Lance will definitely decimate that defense. Me too. That's why we're trying to get the Niners to do the right thing. Do the right thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Kittle mic'd up, felt gross and forced. Trey equals 68 Rams, 68 what? Trey equals 68 Rams, 68 W? I don't know. But yeah, the other part forced. We're almost done. Antonio says if Rams stop our run, who has a better chance to get in a shootout? Broken thumb Jimmy or big play strong arm Trey Lance. Trey Lance, please and thank you.
That's
what I'm saying. If they fall behind, how do you ask Jimmy to get them back?
But the way to win this game is not going to be that way for either of them. Trey will make it interesting. He'll make some plays, but that's not fair to ask him in his third game. Hey man, must win, gotta have it all on the road against a division rival. Man, hey, they're up 21-0. Make sure you.
We can't really call play action anymore, but go drop back 50 times and win.
Throw us back in the game. That's not fair. You don't want that. That's an exciting game, but you don't want that.
If you ask me, I thought everything Kittle was telling Lance was condescending, like he wasn't worthy until that TD to Debo Niner gang not faithful. It's crazy how, man, I didn't even instigate that. Niner fans are on their own with that one. I haven't even really listened to it. I couldn't tell you.
Nah, he just look, man. I don't think that it's that. I think that again. I'm gonna go back to whatever. I'm trying to rationalize this. George Kittle's only seen success with Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, he's cool with him, but I don't think he's ever openly rooted against Trey, right? And I just think that, like Kyle Shanahan, many of those guys in that locker room feel like Jimmy gives them the best chance to win, whether you like it or not. I think that's it. But I don't think he's rooting against Trey.
Ninerbot says he doesn't support Trey, so he gets his comment ignored. Laughing my butt off. Trey has the ugliest spiral he's ever seen and got saved by the refs on that DPI. He's not ready. This is a very sophisticated bot.
Does not compute.
It's a very sophisticated body. It really sounds like a true Jimmy Stan. I mean, can you?
Is that the bot from Grandma's Boy? Remember?
Yeah.
I am a genius.
See, to me, as the first minute I met Kyle Shanahan when I was in the introductory press conference, I was like, oh my God, it's the dude from Grandma's Boy. It's the genius from Grandma's Boy. And I think he's loosened up a little bit since then, but yeah, that's.
How do you see it? What is it? Just thinking about my game. How's that going? People will bow to it.
I'm sorry. I know this is about to end, but people keep throwing money right at the buzzer. Sorry, Niner bot, but you're really a sophisticated bot. We're impressed. Shout out means AD Von Floyd going to take over. Shootout means AD
Shootout.
Von Floyd. Right. Yeah, it's true. You don't want to do that. You need to.
Because then they could pin their ears back, and that's not good for anybody.
It's not good for Tom Compton.
No.
Why did we stop run game by committee? Where is Wilson? Will we use Sermon? This is how we win. I'm with you on that, Jody. What's up with that?
So look, I actually was saying, hey, it was out of necessity that he was having to do that with Mitchell, but it does seem like Kyle is just like, hey, man, Mitchell, that's it. Because, look, if Wilson wasn't playing as well as he was the last few weeks, I can understand it. But it's literally Mitchell every single run and then a little bit of Debo. Like, it was never – like, I don't understand. Like, Wilson, if he looked like the guy when he first started, I might understand it. But – Mitchell off the bat, 21, and then you could tell he was gassed at the end of the game because he usually house calls that one run. He was at the end like
true.
So there is a little bit of a philosophy shift here. So I got to eat my words on that a little bit.
True.
He does want him to be the bell cow.
Yeah, and I don't like it because he's every time he gets 20 carries, it seems like he's hurt the next week, and
he's already been hurt 3 times
now, but he didn't. So anyway, I just like go easy on him, please. Anyway, Keldon says, Grant, if the Niners win the Super Bowl, will you say that Kyle didn't win it good enough?
Yep.
Yeah, good enough.
Hell yeah, he will. Hell yeah.
You didn't give me $5 good enough, Keldon. Thank you.
Wow.
$5. Seth Harvey says, Trake will 68. Rams get 68th win. Learn gematria. Oh, I did not know that's where you were going with it, but thank you. That's next level. Man. That's 8D chess.